this is how to actually fix skinny fat. And truth be told, it has absolutely nothing to do with your diet. The common advice that's out there is that if you're skinny fat and want to get lean, then you should be cutting. And that's what I say in some of my previous videos, and I still stand by that. But what it misses is half of the equation. So let me tell you a bit about my story. I used to be a skinny fat teenager, and I was so insecure with my belly fat that whenever I would have to take my top off for the school swimming carnivals, or whenever I'd be going to the beach, or even just going to the change rooms to get dressed for sports class at school, I would hate ever having to go into those scenarios because it meant that everyone could see my chubby belly and my skinny fat physique. And I absolutely hated it because kids would also tease me for that. And it was so bad that I would literally pull up my shorts to my belly button so that it would almost half cover my love handles and my lower belly fat. Whenever I'd be getting dressed in the change rooms, I would try and get dressed in the corner of the room with my stomach facing the wall so that no one could see my lower belly when I was taking my shirt off to get changed. And I would always try and change my shirts really quickly. I'd take my school shirt off and then quickly put on my sports shirt. And that was so I could avoid anyone seeing my chubby belly. And I definitely got to the point where you just get absolutely fed up with that and think, okay, something needs to change. So what I did was I cut for 6 months and it worked to an extent. I lost 10 kilos of weight. And yes, I lost fat. But what ended up happening was that I still had that chubby belly, that lower belly fat, those love handles. And all of my previous insecurities relating to my belly fat remained. And the reason that was the case was because throughout that 6 months of cutting, yes, I lost 10 kilos, but I put on 0 kilos, 0 pounds of muscle mass because I wasn't training in the gym. And when you put on no muscle onto your frame, you will remain looking skinny fat as I did. You will still have that lower belly fat because in order to actually get muscular, get lean, and have an aesthetic body, you simply need to have muscle on your frame because you won't look good otherwise. You can lose all of the fat in the world, but if you have no muscle underneath, then you're going to still look skinny fat. You're still going to look flabby because there's no hardness, there's no muscle to your physique. And all of the guys that are part of my program that I've spoken to have this issue. They're skinny fat. They're not fat. They're not overweight. They're not obese, but they're still flabby. They look skinny, but they're flabby. And the reason that's the case is because they have no muscle on their frame. And I'll talk to these guys, and you might be very similar to them, and they don't even train in the gym consistently. So no wonder you're going to stay skinny fat if you're not even training in the gym. If you can't stick to a consistent schedule and be in the gym regularly, training hard and effectively, then you're not going to build any muscle. And so you will stay skinny fat. You can lose all of the fat in the world. You can cut your calories as much as you want. But if you're not training hard so that you're building muscle, you will inevitably remain skinny fat. I'd like to think that you already know this advice. It's very common sense, but no one actually actions it. So I want you to instead imagine you are my coach. And let's say we're on a call and I say to you, oh, I'm too tired to go to the gym. I'm just way too busy with work. Work is hectic. I work from 9 to 5. My commutes are 1 hour either way. So I just have no time to go to the gym. If I said that to you, what would you say to me in response? You'd probably be like, cut the crap. You've got time to do it. Stop being a little bitch. You can find time. Go in the morning. Go after work. If I were to say to you, oh, every time I go to the gym, it's just so hard. Whenever I do bench press, I'm just so tired and I do the set and I just think, oh, it's just so hard and I give up and I just don't come back to the gym. If I said that to you and you were my coach, what would you say to me? You would say, yeah, that's the point, mate. It's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. And despite it being hard, you've got to continue to show up every time. And that's when you'll see results. And I put you in the shoes of being a coach so that you can actually understand how stupid some of your excuses can be as to why you're not training in the gym. You've got time, you've got energy. Yeah, it's hard, but that's the point. So what I find is you come on here and watch all of these skinny fat videos. You watch videos as to how to improve your physique. You know what to do, but you don't do it. You know training is the most important part when it comes to building a muscular physique. And yet you can't even stick consistently to a training schedule. And yeah, it might sound like I'm being harsh right now, but that's because I genuinely want the best for you. And I wish someone slapped the same level of sense into me when I was a skinny fat teenager and when I was complaining about, oh, the gym is so hard. Oh, I can't even get stronger over time. Oh, I feel so tired. I feel so unmotivated. I don't want to go. And if I just had someone that came along and told me all of these things, I would have been so appreciative of it and my progress would have been 10 times faster. And again, I don't come on here to insult you with a malicious intention. I come on here wanting the best for you because if you just stick to a consistent training schedule, 3 or 4 days per week even, just for 2 to 3 months, you will see results. I guarantee you, but you just have to put the work in. You're not going to be able to get by on 2 gym sessions one week, then 7 sessions the week after. And then because you did 7 sessions the week after that, you feel so tired that you can only go to the gym once that week. You have to be consistent. Pick a number of days that you think you can be consistent in the gym for. For you, it might be only 3, 4 days. But if you stick to that consistently for 3 months, you will see progress. It's just that you have to put the work in. You have to continue showing up. It's as simple as that. And again, I do this with such passion because I know what training in the gym and transforming my physique has done in my own life. I walk around now with a top 1% physique, with the utmost confidence that anyone in the room has. I walk into every interaction with absolutely zero overthinking. I'm just so comfortable in everyday life. And a big part of that is because I have a top 1% physique. I'm constantly trying to take my shirt off because I love it being on show, because I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I've built. I'm proud of the hard work that I've put in to get to this point in my physique. Girls absolutely love it. And guys see it and just respect you so much more. I remember always being the butt of people's jokes back at school when I was skinny fat. I would constantly get teased for being fat. And now the level of respect I get from those same guys that tease me because I was fat is night and day difference. And I want the same for you. And that is why I built my program that has all of the information that you need to transform your physique from skinny fat to muscular and lean. But it also has the community and me inside there that are going to help keep you accountable to your training, to your diet. That are the things that are going to actually make sure you transform your physique, to make sure you actually get results. And I offer one-to-one coaching where I will keep you accountable. I will message you every single day to make sure you're in the gym, to make sure you're hitting your protein targets. And if you're interested in any of that, it's the first link in the description below. So from speaking to all the guys in my community, there's one overarching message that I give to every single person inside. It's that you need to simply be more consistent going to the gym. You need to train hard, consistently, and effectively. Because if you're not doing that, then your physique is not going to change. You can have the perfect macros, the perfect calories, the perfect food choices, the perfect sleep, the perfect recovery. But if your training is off, or if you're not even training at all, you're going to see zero progress. So training in the gym is the cornerstone of everything with your transformation. If you train hard in the gym consistently, but your diet is off, your sleep is off, you're not even hitting your protein targets, you will make more progress than the person that has all the other stuff except their training locked in. So training is the most important thing. And if you're not training consistently, which is the main thing that I see with all of the guys I talk to, then you're simply not going to see results. And again, all it takes is 3 months of consistency and you will see results. And it's exactly what's happened to me in my own journey. When my training is locked in, consistent, and I'm training hard, that is when I've seen the most amount of progress. Because my journey hasn't been a linear line upwards. It's had ups, it's had downs. And it's on those ups, which is where my training is consistent. And it's those downs where my training is inconsistent and I'm not training hard in the gym. So when I started going to the gym, I was so consistent. I went for 2 months straight, pretty much every day. And I saw the most amount of gains in my entire life in that 2 month window. And then after that, I stopped going and I fell off completely. But then during COVID again, I had nothing to do. So I bought a pair of dumbbells, I bought a bench and worked out at home again, literally every day because there was nothing else to do. And my gains again skyrocketed because I was being consistent. Then more recently, I've done this challenge called 75 Hard, which is where you have to train twice per day, every day for 75 days. And so I would do gym and I would do running. And I stuck to that for 75 days straight. And again, guess what? I got into the best shape of my entire life. So it just goes to show that you need to be consistent with your training. It's the number one most important thing. I don't care about protein targets. I don't care about calories. I don't care about sleep. I don't care about all of that stuff. If your training is not locked in, if you're not consistent in the gym, there's no point to doing anything else. And I'm sure you've been through periods in the past potentially where your training has actually been consistent. And I guarantee you that's when your results were the best. So you already know this on some level, but you're not doing it. So why are you not doing it? So again, a big part of the reason I've created my program and offer one-to-one coaching is so that I can help guys stay accountable, so that they actually have a structure in place, so that they make it to the gym consistently. Because again, it's the most important thing. And if you're interested in that, with me text messaging you every day to make sure you're in the gym, to make sure you're eating properly, then again, first link in the description below, you can check that out. And it comes along with all of the other information that I give in there. It's 5 hours plus worth of content. So if you learned anything from this video, please consider subscribing. We're getting to 20K subs soon, and I'll see you in the next one.